In this tutorial, we will be creating an interactive water surface. First of all, we have to create a flat surface that will represent the water and any kind of polygonal object that will be used as a collider. We have to utilize collision deformer to make our body interact with the surface of the plane. Make the deformer child of the plane and drag the sphere into the object's field. This action determines that we will be using sphere object as a collision geometry. As you can see, the direction of indentation is changing automatically. We are able to restrict it only to one side of the surface by changing solver mode to inside stretch. Right now, the interaction takes place on the opposite side of the plane. This can be easily fixed by changing its orientation to -y. We can create wave effects by adding jiggle deformer after the collision. We will see how the jiggle deformer affects the surface only during the animation. Use the stiffness setting to define how quickly the points of a deformed object should return to their state of rest. The lower the value, the slower this will happen. Decrease the drag value to 0 to decelerate the loss of energy. Let's improve the water surface by increasing its segmentation and using subdivision surface. Let's add some visual interest to our scene by creating reflective material. You can change its settings to your liking, but for the sake of simplicity, I will remove default specular to add the Beckman layer and change the Fresnel type to the conductor. Grab the newly created material and drop it over the plane. As you can see, the simple combination of these two deformers gives us spectacular results and can be done in a couple of seconds. And this is not a limit. We can go even further and colorize its vertices by utilizing the tension tag. Select the plane object, navigate to Tags, Character Tags, and select the tension. This tag allows writing information in a vertex map that defines how much stretching or compression is occurring in each polygon. We have to make object editable to have an access to its vertices. To record a relaxed state of polygons, we have to go to the first frame and execute the fixed tension command. We have to create vertex map by executing make map command beside the stretch map field. Lock the attribute manager and select the newly created vertex map. Right now, the effect is too strong. This can be easily fixed by increasing amount value to define how much a polygon must be deformed in order for its points to be assigned a weighting. Finally, we have to expose these colors in the material. This task can be accomplished by utilizing Vertex Map Shader. Open it up and drop the stretched map into the vertex map field. This specifies that we will be using stretched map to drive the colors of this material. Now it's time to remap these colors to your liking by applying colorizer shader on top of the existing vertex map. We can take advantages of the gradient to add some visual diversity in these colors, or simply choose one of the presets from the large variety of predefined gradients. Now it's time to add more visual interest to your scene by creating rain effects. First of all, we have to create an emitter to emit the particles that will interact with the surface of our water. Move it up on the y-axis and rotate by -90 degrees. Navigate to Particle tab. Increase the number of emitted particles and decrease their lifetime. Also match the value of the stop emission with the maximum value of the animation. To make particles interact with a surface, we have to take advantages of the proximal shader in combination with displacer deformer. Put the displacer after the collision deformer and use the proximal shader as a displacer source. Open it up and drop the particle emitter inside the object's field. Right now, the effect is too obvious. This can be easily fixed by decreasing the value of end distance. We are able to emphasize the ripple effect by increasing spring's value of the jiggle deformer.